Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Road Tripping with Royal Farms. I'm Evan, and today we're diving into a treasure trove of history here at the Mercer Museum in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. This place is packed with fascinating artifacts from America's past, and I can't wait to show you around. The Mercer Museum was built by Henry Chapman Mercer in 1916. Mercer was a passionate collector and archaeologist who wanted to preserve everyday objects from pre-industrial America. This museum is a testament to his vision with over 40,000 artifacts displayed in this stunning concrete castle right behind me. The first section we'll enter after passing through the main lobby is an exhibit about Henry Mercer. Here you'll find an interactive map showing Doylestown and where the museum, his home, Fonthill Castle, and his tile works are located. You can also see examples of his tiles from his factory and personal items from Fonthill Castle. Now it's time for us to enter the main hall. Mercer designed this museum to be both functional and awe-inspiring. The six-story structure features a labyrinth of rooms and alcoves filled with amazing artifacts, each telling a unique story about American history. Since there is so much to see here, I'm going to walk you through some of my favorite exhibits I saw during my visit to the Mercer Museum. First up, we have the household kitchen exhibit. This section really resonates with me because I find a lot of broken pottery and privies that is similar to the ones featured on the table and cabinets before you. There's also a related exhibit next to the kitchen exhibit about pottery manufacturing, which I also found fascinating. This next exhibit is something I had previously never thought about, even though I find pieces from this industry, and that's shell working. No, this isn't about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles working a 9-to-5. Here in the 18th century, tortoiseshell combs were prized possession, but often imported. It wasn't until the 19th century when America started producing their own tortoiseshell goods. Hey, if you're enjoying this adventure, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. There are plenty more historical journeys to come. As you walk around the first floor of the Mercer Museum, you'll notice rather large objects hanging right over your head, like this fire engine or this whaleboat. This fire engine was manufactured in 1847 for the Eagle Fire Company of Trenton, New Jersey. It was not moved by horsepower, but by manpower. It would take as many as 24 men to move this fire engine to the scene. Once there, the seesaw-like pump was powered by men, and pumped at a rate of 200 gallons per minute. This 30-foot by 6-foot whaleboat was made during the mid-1800s and would have been carried by a whaling ship. These boats were known to be lightweight and easy to handle and had a large carrying capacity. Whales were hunted for more than just food. Their blubber could be refined into oil to be used in lamps and as lubricants. These slightly creepy figures were known as Punch trade figures and date to the 1870s. They were characters in the Punch and Judy puppet shows. These shows were super popular in England and America from the 1600s to the 1800s. Another cool section was this fully stocked 1800s general store. Stepping in here was like stepping back in time. There were a few items in the store I wouldn't mind having in my own collection, like this stereoscope or this washbowl pitcher. And here we have some artifacts from an early American apothecary. You can see a mortar and pestle used to mix compounds for early medicines, a toothbrush, glasses, and even pre-made remedies like Merrill's foot powder. Here we have a display with some tools and compasses used for surveying and navigation. There was no ye olde Uber Eats back in the 1700s or 1800s. If you lived far away from a city, you had to either farm or hunt for your next meal. Here you can see some of the weapons used to hunt and for protection and to fight for freedom from the British. My, look at the time. Here we have some tools used for manufacturing and repairing clocks. One of the last exhibits in the main museum is tucked away on the top floor. These are the gallows that once stood at the Doylestown jail. They were responsible for the last execution in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, which took place in 1914. After that execution, Mercer walked over to the jail and asked if he could have the gallows for his museum, and they gladly gave it to him.
Well, that's it for our journey through the Mercer Museum. I hope you enjoyed exploring these fascinating artifacts and learning about early American life. A big thank you to our sponsor, Royal Farms, for fueling this road trip with delicious snacks and coffee. Just like the treasures we've seen inside, Royal Farms is a real gem. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on our next adventure. Thanks again for joining me on Road Tripping with Royal Farms. Until next time, keep exploring.